There we go. So welcome everyone to our brand new Tuesday Huddle call. My name is Amy Welch. I am a Sapphire and I've been with Plexus for about 6 years. And I am really, really excited about these new calls. So we're going to kick it off tonight, tell you a little bit about it, introduce the jewels that have put this together, and we will share a business tip tonight. But the idea behind these calls are that they are going to be weekly calls. They will be on different topics for success. And it really came about because myself and Sarah and Kate, we've known each other for a while. We've been working this business for a while. And we actually decided to start working as kind of power partners personally on our business, right? To push each other for, earning the shopping spree together or growing our businesses together. So then we came up with this idea of getting a joint call with our teams once a week. We'll record them. They're going to be every Tuesday. And this is what I love about this One Plexus culture, because I really honestly believe that we're stronger together. And one thing I personally miss now that I'm out of the corporate world, thanks to Plexus, I get to work from home, but man, I miss that synergy and working with other people and having ideas. And so I'm hoping we can create this with our three teams, because when we lean in together, we all have more success. And you guys, if you don't have a partner already, a power partner, you may actually find one over the course of the next few weeks. You never know. So I am going to let Kate and Sarah introduce themselves, share a little bit about their business testimony, and then we'll talk more about what to expect on these calls. So Kate?
Hi guys, my name is Kate Brooks and I am in California. So thank you, Sarah and Amy, for working around our California schedule. And I'm so excited that we were able to get a community time together to come together. I know our team has been very excited for this and just to team up with you, Jules. So it's not just me all the time. So I'm very, very excited just to kind of piggyback, join forces and run with this. But I've been with Plexus for almost 7 years. It's crazy to think that in January it'll be 7 years. And I was probably like a lot like you guys. I didn't want the business at all. But when the products were working, I love to help people. I work in the healthcare industry. That is what my career was. And so it was very easy for me just to piggyback off of that and make this about helping others in a way that I used to do at my job. With Plexus, I have been able to quit my job. I am per diem still because I do love I really love what I do. I love helping people. And so I do go in when they need me, when there's a sick call, when some people are on vacation, when I do want a little bit of extra money, I can go in here and there and continue to keep my skills up. And like Amy said, I miss the world and being with my friends at work and having that like away time from being at home all the time. But I've been able to step away from my job, and my dad is a cattle rancher. I was born and raised a cowgirl. And so that has been the biggest blessing that Plexus has given me, is the fact that we've been able to buy more cattle, my husband and I, and now I can run our ranch alongside of my dad and my brother and not have to worry about just doing it on the weekends and trying to find that work-life balance of being there with the cows, but then still trying to be there at work and just running myself ragged is what I was doing. So that business has completely blessed me and our ranching family and culture and everything. And I just am so excited for these Tuesday meetups in so many ways.
Hey guys, I got it, Kate. Hey guys, I'm Sarah Stewart. I'm a Sapphire Ambassador. I've been with the company. Next month will be my 8-year anniversary. I have been a Jewel for 7 years of that. So it's really fun to partner up with two Jewels and just do this together. I mean, really, honestly, more brains are better than one. So the more that we can come together and really help each other find different avenues of being successful in this business, why would we not? And so these two beautiful women have been so fun to get this kicked off and started with. And I'm kind of living vicariously through Kate and her cattle ranching, because I'm like, oh yeah, we have nothing like that. I live in Dallas, Texas. I am from Dallas. I lived in Houston for years, actually just down the way from Amy. And then I moved to Austin when I just got remarried a few years ago. And now we are back in Dallas. I have 3 kids. I have 2 teenagers and a 20-month-old. So busy is an understatement of what we are around our house. Funny to say, my 20-month-old is the easy one. It's teenagers that wear me down. But I will tell you, I am different than a lot of other people. I did not work in corporate America. I have always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, and I was. I also was a wife. When I started this journey, I had 2 young kids. I was a stay-at-home mom. And then 6 months into my journey, I went through a very, very difficult, brutally difficult divorce. And so I had the experience of coming into this, just doing it for a side business, to 6 months in, going through a divorce and relying solely on this to be able to stay at home with my kiddos. I worked a little bit of like jobs here and there and like tried to make things work, but it just didn't. And this was my answer. So I just want to give anybody who thinks, you know, that this isn't possible. It is. If I can do it with 2 young kiddos in tote and get, you know, all the way up to Emerald doing that, you can do this too. I promise you it is possible. My kids were also homeschooling at the time, so I had that on my plate as well. So now we are in Dallas. My husband and I work the business. He has his, I have mine. He works his, I work mine. It was like, buddy, I can't work 2 jobs. You got to work yours, I got to work mine. We also have his real estate business. So we are just constant go around here. I am so excited though to be able to pour into this team anything that I've experienced. And our experiences are so important, right? Because we've been doing this for so long. We all have what we call seasoned ambassadors. We have that ability to say, like, we've done this and it worked, and we've done this and it, you know, it didn't work so great. So let's kind of merge those ideas together. And I'm going to kind of piggyback off of what Amy said. This is a great way to instill community. Community is so important. I think we can all agree events are one of the things that we all live for in this business. We absolutely love going to events, and that's where we build relationships. Amy and I met an event. Amy and I partnered up after an event, and we helped each other pitch to Sapphire, and it was really fun. And so I just want to encourage you, if you feel like you want someone to run with, this is a great community. Like, involve yourself in the chat, introduce yourself, tell us, you know, what your rank is and where you're striving to be. And maybe there's somebody else in this group that's in the same position that maybe is like, oh, wait, I'd love to get to know that person, and maybe see, you know, if we can bounce some ideas off of each other. Y'all, I promise you, ideas are a dime a dozen. Like, we need all the ideas we can get. So we're doing lots of fun stuff together, and I'm going to pass it over to Amy and let her kind of give you guys her story, but also introduce us to what we're going to be doing.
Yay. Thank you, ladies. So I did come from corporate America, higher education. I actually have written a couple of books, and I spent about 13 years climbing the corporate ladder. And I was the biggest network marketing snob on the planet. I mean, my person that I ordered Plexus from was a stranger, and I was kind of rude to her when I signed up. I mean, I told her, and I'll share more of this on a later call when we talk about recruiting, but I was like, don't add me to anything on Facebook. Don't talk to me about this business. Like, don't. And thank goodness she has systems in place that she does no matter what. And she didn't listen to this new ambassador, or else she wouldn't have had a new jewel. I ranked Emerald in 8 months and Sapphire on my 1-year anniversary. And it has just been the biggest blessing. I'm like, Kate, I miss being in an office, but I only wanted to be there when I wanted to be there, which wasn't 40 hours a week, right? So I'm really excited for this synergy. And I've got to tell you guys how I met Kate, because this is just the ultimate One Plexus community. A lot of people don't know this story, but back in 2018, 2019, my husband and I, because of Plexus, we went on a 1-year RV trip. He took a leave of absence without a paycheck, and we traveled. We sold our house, bought this ridiculous big RV and a Jeep, and we traveled around the country 365 days. And during that trip was Hawaii. So we had planned to be in California. We were flying out of San Francisco to go on our Hawaii trip. Yes, that's what I met Stephanie too. We had already had a place to store the RV. It was a maintenance shop. They were going to like change the oil and stuff. It was going to be perfect. Well, chaos hit when we got to San Francisco. My pet sitters fell through, my dogs got kennel cough, and then the shop that was going to watch the RV fell through. And we were 5 minutes away from canceling our Hawaii trip when I just posted on Facebook, does anyone know any place in California where we could put our RV? It was not Kate that reached out because we were not friends on Facebook. Her friend Kristen Rogers reached out to her, who reached out to me. Kate and her husband were already in Hawaii. They gave us the directions to their house. Like I'm getting red. I'm getting like chills. Gave us directions to their ranch and the code to their gate and let us in and let us park that RV there for the week. So like, if that is not the biggest blessing of this One Plexus community, I don't know what is. So really lean in. And like Sarah said, put in the chat where you're from, where you live, what your rank is, what your goals are with this business. But what to expect from these calls. So every Tuesday night, they will be recorded, but they'll be the same time every night. We want to get people into the habit of knowing when they are. We want to keep them to 30 minutes. They will be focused calls on strategies for success in your business on a variety of topics. Each call will be a specific topic, ranging from, business growth, business success, all the things we talk about, even coaching people through hurdles. And we'll also have a variety of guest speakers from leaders across our teams, because I know personally, I want my team to hear from other people besides me all of the time. So I'm really excited about this. I hope you guys are excited about this. We want to talk a little bit tonight, though, about Leaders Retreat. Sarah hinted on events. And we're in the middle of Leaders Retreat contest. A lot of people might be new. Maybe you joined, maybe you're not new, but you joined right during COVID and you've not actually had a Plexus event to go to. So we want to talk about how Leaders Retreat can actually change your business and why it is such a big deal. So I'm going to kick it back to Kate to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, when I first earned Leaders Retreat, I was a gold ambassador, you guys. I want to emphasize that because anybody can do that. You can be brand new and earn Leaders Retreat. And it was such a big life-changing event for me. It was in Texas. My husband and I went. I had never been to Texas. And so when another perk of the, Plexus is they take you on these trips. They let you go places that you never would have gone before. My husband and I got a first class treatment to the Gaylord and Grapevine. We had the best time ever. And I had some friends that were sidelines there. My upline was there. I kind of just went at it and was like, I'm going to go and I'm going to be all in. And I love people. I am an introvert at trade, but inside me. But when I get out in front of people, I'll talk to them and I could, give me a glass of wine and then it's just jibber jabber all night long. But I met some of the most wonderful people there. And my husband was blown away. He's like, I can't believe how red carpet this event is. And it made us believe in this company even more than we already did. So if you can take your spouse with you and let them see what Plexus does at these events, I highly, highly recommend that. If not, take another teammate, because the next time that we went to another Leaders Retreat was in Florida, and I had earned the Disney World tickets, and I took two sidelines. One was my downline and one was a sideline sister to Disney World with me, and we had the time of our lives. We laughed like we had never laughed before. We bonded. We we grew our relationship even more than what we already had, and it was all because we flew across, all across the United States to Florida and took that chance on this business. It's also really detrimental for your business, for your audience to see that you're going on these type of trips, especially during the pandemic in the last 18 months. People are wanting to have that community and wanting to travel, and they just are feeling like they're locked in place and they can't go anywhere. And so when you're showing that you're pushing for this trip, first of all, and that it's possible to do even as a brand new ambassadors, I honestly believe brand new ambassadors and people that are silver or gold have a better chance of earning Leaders Retreat and soaring because you're so brand new in your business. You don't have all these seasoned ambassadors where I'm a Sapphire ambassador. So to bring in new people is not as easy for somebody that's initially getting started. Leaders Retreat is meant for people to hit the ground running and to earn all of the trips. Last year, I earned my first ever shopping spree. And let me tell you, that was like a country girl's dream come true. Okay. I'd never shopped at Nordstrom, never in my life. I'm throwing it out there right now. It was like a splurge. And a year later, almost, I still have money on my Nordstrom card because I can't like pull myself to continue to use it because that's not who I am. But to be able to go there and show that I earned that shopping spree and to do it with friends made people come to me and be like, wait, this is legit. This isn't just a side hustle anymore. Like, you're actually working this business and it's paying off for you. And it's allowing you to go on these shopping sprees and allowing you to go to Disney World and allowing you just to go on a vacation with your husband. Whatever it is, it doesn't have to be to sweep the contest. It could just be to get to Florida so that you can get out of the house and go somewhere and be somewhere with your spouse or your best friend or your mom or your sister or somebody that you want to spend time with. And this Leaders Retreat can do that for you. Oh, I absolutely love Leaders Retreat. I love going with my friends and I can't wait for this in March. Sarah, did you want to share a little bit about your Leaders Retreats? Because I know you've been to a couple.
I would love to. Yeah, we love Leaders Retreat. And I'm going to tell you guys something unique about Leaders Retreat that is so different than all of our other events, including convention. Leaders Retreat is one of those trips you have to earn it. It's not something you can buy your way to. It's not something you can just decide, oh, I'm going to go. You have to earn it. And that is so important. So when you're at this event, you have to understand that the people you're rubbing shoulders with and talking to and getting to do all the fun things with, they are people in that same momentum and in that same mindset, which I think is so incredibly important to understand. You are surrounded by leaders. And so I want to tell you, I've been to Leaders Retreat for I think it's 7 years now. I just earned this Leaders Retreat. So I am so excited about Orlando. I was actually elated when they announced it was Orlando because I got to take my kids for the first time any of us had ever been to. I'd never been to Disney World. My kids had never been. I was able to take my kids to Disney World. Here's a fun thing about our company. We are so family oriented. I have taken my kids on every trip with me, except for one to Scottsdale when I went for Leaders of Excellence. I did not take them to that one, but I take them on all the trips. It is just beautiful how we are able to incorporate family and business together and just make it an incredible experience. So my kids have been to Hawaii, they've been to DC, they've been to Florida, they went to Dallas when we weren't living here at the time. And now they would probably be like, that's boring, Mom. But it's just so much fun. And let me tell you the other thing about Leaders Retreat that I love. They bring out the big guns and pour so much amazing training into us. We have had some of the most incredible speakers. Let's just talk about John Maxwell for a second, who blows anybody's mind. I mean, when they bring leadership training to these events, they take it all the way. We've had the most incredible trainers come in and really coach us through mindset and how to work our business and all of the things. And I think that it is so important to be there. And like she was saying, it's important for our audience to see us there. Right now, most people are not traveling. Here's the cool thing about Orlando that I love is if you're sitting there kind of concerned about flights, which is something I've heard people saying, well, I'm not sure about flying. My family is actually driving. We love the drive. It is so much fun. There's so much to do on the drive from Texas to Florida. So we're actually loading up the Suburban and driving on out there. So like, that's what we're doing. Like, make it a fun trip. You can grab a couple of girlfriends, earn this together, and make a road trip, a girls trip out of it. You know, I know that's not easy for everybody, but if you can do it, it's so much fun, right? So one of the things that I would say with leaders is you need to make a goal. You need to set your goal. You need to set your eye on the prize and say, this is what I'm going to do. I have been to the shopping sprees, and the shopping spree this last year was so much fun, right? Because who doesn't love to spend money? One of my rubies, Almond, is on this call right now, and she was brand new. She came in and did not work her business the first 30 days, but the 60-day and 90-day period that she worked it, she swept the entire contest. She told me, I just want to earn my flight. And I was like, okay. And so we got there and I was like, how about that shopping spree now? So it was so fun to earn that together, and everything's more fun with a friend, guys, everything. And I know Amy can tap on this too, but going to the actual experience of a shopping spree is a whole nother level. I mean, you feel like you are celeb status, like just, they have fashion show, they have the most amazing food. It is just, you have personal shopper, like it is so bougie. Let's just be honest. That's what it is. And it feels so good to feel doted on. And our Alec and Tarl are there. I mean, all of the corporate executives are there to spoil you and make you feel so incredibly special. So I'm excited. I know that for us, this past month, I made my goal. I'm going to get my 6. And I'm going to earn leaders that first month, because I'm ready to sweep this contest again. Once you've earned a shopping spree, you never want to go back. So I'm like, let's do this. So I earned it in 3 weeks. I was like done and over. And I'm so excited to watch my team see that momentum and be excited to get on board with it. And they're like, okay, we can all do this. I challenged my husband. I was like, if you want to take the kids and get extra room, guess what? You get to earn it too. So he's on a mission right now to earn it as well, so that we can both have it and double up on those prices. That's one of the beauties about him working this business alongside me. So I want to encourage you to, if you're thinking to yourself, I'm brand new. If you're thinking, well, I haven't really started working my business, guess what? The awesome part is today can be the first day that you do, and you can still take it by storm. If you think that we as Jules have a leg up, you are crazy. It's just not true. Like I agree 100% that it is so much easier for new ambassadors to come in and sweep this thing up than it ever will be for us. So I want to encourage you, if you're sitting there and you have a mindset that is limiting your belief that you can do this, this is me telling you, you absolutely 110% can still earn it. You can still earn it. You can still sweep the contest. It is not over until it's over, but set your goals and start working with your sponsor, your closest sponsor that can walk you through the process of what that looks like and how to do it. We can all say, I want to earn it by this time, but what does that actually look like for you? What does earning it look like? Break it down to how many people do I need to personally add? How many people do I need to develop to silver and senior silver? What is my PV set where it needs to be each month? Like all of the things, and go into it with a mindset of, I can do this, I will do this, and I'm going to plan for this. And that's how I'm going to achieve it. So that's my little bit of advice on leaders.
So I'll tell you guys, my first leader, so I joined in March of 2015, was like, don't talk to me about the business, even told my husband not to tell anyone we were taking Plexus. But then I ended up earning leaders that fall, and I didn't even really know what I was going to. I didn't understand it, right? But I am a blue personality. I love to travel, and I thought, oh yeah, free trip, let's do it. So I went by myself, and my husband actually stayed home with my kiddo. But I was so blown away. It was the one in DC. Betty was there with me, and I couldn't believe it. I mean, you're in National Harbor, and Plexus shut down an intersection and bought out one restaurant on each corner. And we just went in and out of them all night, like drinking and eating and having fun. And I mean, it was amazing. So it was at that event that from then on, I was all in to earning all of the things, and every leader since then, we went as a family. So the next year when Steve and I both earned it, my parents came with us. They got a room. They took Steve's room and stayed with my daughter. And then Steve and I stayed in another room. And then when we weren't doing Plexus stuff, we were doing family stuff with the grandparents and the kiddo. Or while we were doing Plexus, they were off having fun at like Legoland. And so it really is awesome. And it really is, like Sarah said, so family friendly, because a lot of times, and I get it, when I started this business, Adelaide was 18 months old. I get it. We use our kids as an excuse because like it's hard to get away. It's hard to find a sitter. Like I don't want to go to that meeting because I got kids. But our company is so family friendly. It's really hard to use that as a reason to not go to these things. But I want you to set your goal. I want you to look at it every day. And then guess what? I want you to adjust it as necessary. Okay. Like Sarah said, don't count yourself out. This is the first time Leaders has ever been over the holidays. So if you introduce, I haven't looked at the chat yet, it's been blown up, but if you introduce yourself, or if you already have thought in your head about Leaders Retreat and where you're lacking, right? If your first thought is, well, I'm not the rank I want, I'm not the points I want, you've got to stop that. That ain't going to get you anywhere if you're focused on what you're lacking. Because if someone like Sarah earned it in 3 weeks, it was all her growing her business, you can too, right? I mean, I love her, but she doesn't have a magic message or some magic wand, right? She just set her goal and she looked at it every single day and she worked it every single day. And I know Sarah had the mindset that she was going to earn it. You probably couldn't have told her, no, you're not going to earn it, right? She didn't look at where she wasn't. She just went for it. So I want everyone to do that. And I also, even if you can't go to Leaders, I get it. For some people, it's actually scheduled right at spring break. People may have already made plans already. If you can't go, you still want to earn it. Exactly for what Katie said. Not only for your Kate, not only for what, your team sees, but this is something that builds your influence with your network. And you never know who is watching you that wants this business but hasn't told you yet. And what motivates them is the chance to earn a free trip. There are plenty of people out there, like many of us, who that would be enough to motivate them to work this business. So I'm excited. I'll check out the chat. I'll also post the chat, because I think you guys were sharing where you're from. We may be able to get some people who live near each other to connect up. I know I'm hosting here locally. I actually think one of the girls is on your team, Sarah. We're hosting local events now with 3 other sideline teams here, like in-person opportunity events every month that I'm excited about. So I'll post that. I'll post the recording. I want Kate and Sarah, if you guys have any last minute things you want to say, and if not, I'm going to draw the winners for the Amazon gift card and the 2 bags of Pineapple Active.
Hey, I was just going to say too, we're doing these giveaways for fun and to encourage you guys to get in a habit of being on them. I want to encourage you to next time invite a friend and say, hey, you can just call in, just listen in, but just come and hear some of the tidbits that they're giving us on how simple this actually can be. Grab a friend, because I'm promising you guys, everything is more fun with friends. I will guarantee you that all day, every day. So next time, grab a friend and just bring them along, and then follow up with them and say, okay, what was something you took away? This was something I took away. So always invite your friends to come and listen in also.
Love that. And one thing that Genevieve actually told us today, again, she's really big on, you just need 4 people. And I know we add a ton of people, but when she says that, she's like, you just need 4 people in your level 1s that want to do this business with you. So if you have someone on your team that is like going senior silver, but you're not really linking with them because you're looking for this rock star that's going to come in and go, you're missing out. You only need 4 people that want to share and do this with you. So, all right, I am going to draw. Now what I did, I'm going to share. Oh, Brittany B came in at the last minute. I'm going to go ahead and put her in there, and then I'm going to make her watch the recording if she wins. So I have been, let me share my screen. I have been putting everyone's name. Oh man, somebody else just came in. I'm going to go ahead and we'll put Nellie in there too, but we're going to make her watch it too if she wins. So I've been putting everyone's name in the wheel as we've been chatting. And so we're going to draw here. So the first thing we're going to draw for is the Amazon gift card. And this, guys, like Sarah said, it's just to show our appreciation for you guys jumping on the first kickoff call. I'm hoping you'll jump on more of these all the time. Note here. All right, congratulations, Betty. She's on my team, so I will get that card to her. All right, the next one is for a bag of Pineapple Active. All right, congrats, Nicole. All right, one more bag of pineapple active. Oh, you know what? I guess I should remove, Sorry, I didn't think about that. Did I remove it? Okay. All right, Christina Love, bag of pineapple active. All right, well, thank you guys so much. Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Sarah, for linking up with me. I am super excited, and I'll send the recording to you guys so you can share it on your team pages. Bye, friends.
Hope to see you guys all next week.